Okay, so I'm going to review our different types of angles that we've gone over. So first, we have vertical angles. Okay. Vertical angles are made up of the same line. So angle 1 and angle 4 are vertical angles because they're made up of these two lines. Right? 2 and 3 are also made up of those two lines, right, in a different grouping. So those would be vertical angles as well. Vertical angles are always congruent. Okay? So angle 1 is equal or congruent to angle 4 because they're vertical angles, right, made up of those two lines. Another type of angles we have are linear pair. Okay. Our linear pair are going to make a straight line when you put them together. And there's two of them, which is why it says pair. So angle 1 and angle 2 would be a linear pair. Right? So angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 because they're a linear pair. Right? And I have the two different angles here that are a linear pair. Another example of that would be like 2 and 4. Right? 2 and 4 make a linear pair this way, and I can go in a problem like this, I can go all the way around. 4 and 3 would be a linear pair, 3 and 1 would be a linear pair. So you're looking for two angles, right, that make a straight line. That is our linear pair. So then we have the ones that we've added in chapter 3. So our first is corresponding angles. Okay. Corresponding angles are in the same relative position. So for all the next 4 things we're talking about, right, I want one angle up here and I want one angle here. Right? So when they're in the same relative position, you want them in the same spot on that box. Okay? So angle 1 would correspond with angle 5. Right? They're both above and to the left. Angle 2 would correspond with angle 6. Right? They're both above and to the left, to the right. Yeah, I messed up my terms there. Probably looking at the board versus looking away. Angle 3 and angle 7 would be corresponding. They're both below and to the left. And then angle 4 and angle 8 would be corresponding because they're below and to the right. Okay? Corresponding angles, when I have parallel lines, are congruent. So those angles are going to be the same size. We also have alternate interior angles. Okay. So alternate interior angles are also congruent. They're going to be in between my two lines, hence the interior, and on opposite sides of the line connecting. Right? So the alternate. So again, I need one up here and one down here. Right? So angle 4 and angle 5 would be alternate interior angles. Angle 3 and angle 6 would be alternate interior. Right? So those are angles that are the same size, right? And you're switching where you are. So if I'm looking here, I have 4 is here, right? 5 is here. They're both in between my two lines, right? And they're on opposite sides of this line here. Okay, and again, I'm going from one grouping up here to another grouping down here. So when we're looking at the lines based on our parallel, corresponding alternate interior, alternate exterior, and consecutive interior, you need to have one in each box. Right? I need one. I need one in this box. I need one in this box for all four of these pairs. Our next one is alternate exterior. Right? Again, alternate exterior angles are congruent. Okay? They're the same size. We're doing the same thing with switching, except now we're on the outside. So angle 1, right, up here is on the outside. Going across, I would get to angle 8. Angle 2 is on the outside. Going across, I would get to angle 7. Right? So those are my pair of alternate exterior. And then our last type is our consecutive interior angles. Consecutive interior angles are supplementary, so they add up to 180. Again, the interior, they're going to be in between my two lines. Consecutive means they're on the same side of the line that's connecting, right? So angle 4 plus angle 6 is 180 degrees, because angle 4 and angle 6 are consecutive interior angles. Same thing, angle 3 and angle 5 are consecutive interior angles. So they add up to 180. So going back through this, we have 6 types of angles here. Vertical angles and linear pair, both of those are based on the corner. Right? Vertical angles are angles that are made up of the same line. A linear pair, right, make a straight line when they're together. The other ones are based on our parallel lines. Right? They exist without parallel lines, but they're congruent or supplementary based on parallel lines. So corresponding angles are congruent, they're in the same relative position. Alternate interior angles, right, are congruent, they're on opposite sides of our transversal, our line that goes between, but they're in between our two sides. Alternate exterior, again, go on opposite sides of our transversal, but they're outside of the other two lines. And consecutive interior, the ones that add up to 180, right, they're on the same side of the transversal and they're inside. Right? So those are our 6 types of angles that I can use to solve this whole thing.